Yo, what up? It's your boy Trapp. Hold on, Trey, my bad. Welcome back to I'm Not a Politician, but where we focused on these political videos. So y'all know if y'all want to rock with your boy, just go subscribe, hit the bell. This ain't the ordinary stuff going over here where I'm like, oh, buddy doing this, da 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 da. We just talking shit for real, and just telling what we really think. And I think in this video, Buddy talking shit because it's a weak leader. Trump's hemorrhaging political capital. Says Hayes. So whoever Hayes is, he finna talk some shit about Donald Trump. So let's see what we talking about, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, hit the bell, and all of that good stuff. And let's see what Hayes say, man. I think he talks shit about Trump.
Big deal about how powerful he is, how everyone jumps to do his bidding, everyone wants to be his friend. But the events of the last 48 hours sure don't make him look very strong. In fact, the opposite. First, he never took the initiative on the spending bill. He just watched his co-president kill the deal. Then he tried to claim credit for it. And then he tried to command everyone, in no uncertain terms, in his party to vote for the replacement bill, only for 38 Republicans to vote against it. Then more threats. This all comes on the heels of two of his nominees failing.
Look, man, you know Trump gonna threaten you, okay? You know that. Don't be acting like Trump. Nah, come on now. We know that. We know Trump gonna give you a what if
only
or
for
else.
38 Republicans to vote against it. Then more threats. This all comes on the heels of two of his nominees failing before they even got a hearing, and more facing serious uphill battles to confirmation. Not to mention a 41% approval rate
BBC is
before
crazy.
he's even sworn in. I gotta say, Donald Trump has proven himself to be extremely resilient and a formidable political opponent, no question. But this does not seem like an unbeatable colossus at all. This seems like actually a pretty weak leader who is hemorrhaging political capital. Thad Shakir is the former senior advisor to Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid. He's currently the executive director of More Perfect Union and a senior advisor to Senator Bernie Sanders, and he joins me now. What's your read on that thesis? That he's actually pretty politically weak right now, or weaker than I think I would have guessed 4 weeks ago.
And I would add to that that he seems scared of Elon. And that's something you tend to see, right, of Trump, who is in friction and in fights with people who cross him. Certainly that was the purpose of the statement yesterday, right, the threatening of primaries and all that kinds of stuff. That's what he does to people who cross him, who aren't on the same page with him. You didn't hear much about him and Elon, even though now there's reports, rumors circulating that he's not even very happy with this bill that's passed now. But he's not saying anything about Elon. Elon worked him, right? When that period, you remember that period of time where he just rushed out to Twitter with his own platform, Elon did, and announced and proceeded to tell the nation what the policy of Trump/Elon Musk's regime is. And there was nothing. There was silence. And it's funny because you think of Trump's weakness. When CR 2.0 came, right after the first one failed, he rushed out to declare, I'm in favor of this, yes, because I think he had gotten worked by Elon the first time around. So he looks scared and he looks weak, to your point.
So on that, I think...
Damn. Donald Trump scared of Elon Musk? I'm surprised Elon be walking around like he do, man. Because I would imagine somebody going to try to get off on him at some point. Elon got all this money, man. He just be doing shit with it. I bet you that shit is a little frightening.
Is Everett reporting that Trump is not happy at Capitol NOT, that the spending deal doesn't include the debt ceiling, according to a person who spoke with him this PM? Not clear. He'll probably try to stop the bill in the Senate, but the bill doesn't contain his main ask. And to that, I want to go back to what he said yesterday, right? No uncertain terms. This is him using the megaphone, right? This is supposed to be the dear leader, jump how high. If Republicans try to pass a clean continuing resolution without all the Democrat bells and whistles that would be so destructive to our country, all we'll do after January 20th is bring the mess of the debt limit into the Trump administration rather than allowing it to take place in the Biden administration. Any Republican that would be so stupid as to do this should and will be primaried. Everything should be done and fully negotiated prior to my taking office on January 20th, 2025. They all just ignored it.
They laughed it off.
Allowing it to take place in the Biden administration. Any Republican that would be so stupid as to do this should and will be primaried. Everything should be done and fully negotiated prior to my taking office on January 20th, 2025. They all just ignored it.
They laughed it off.
Nothing. Yeah. That was just whatever.
I was also thinking, but you mentioned in the prior segment, the pharmacy benefit managers, the PBMs, literally 5 days ago, it was 4 days ago, He was at his own press conference and he said, we're going to kill the middleman. We're going to go after these PBMs. He lets Elon dictate, that's got to come out. Then he lets Elon dictate pediatric cancer research and breast cancer research and sickle cell and Down research. All that's got to come out. He let him dictate the terms even of things that he was proclaiming just like literally days ago that he was for. He is no longer driving this car. And I think, to your point that you just raised here, House Republicans are more scared of Elon. It's clear now in the future when they're looking ahead to the next 4 years, not worried about the.
I'm saying, like, what's the fuck is they scared of Elon Musk for? David, do you know why? Like, why would they be scared of Elon Musk? Because he got bread? He be building robots and shit? Like, what's
Sounds like they fear anybody that has an opinion that's different than their own.
But they saying, like, they letting Elon Musk pretty much control, like, certain laws and stuff. I'm like, why would the Republicans be scared of him? Like, I get what they saying and stuff, but it's like, but what is it that Elon has that's, like, superior than the government? Like, other than, like, having billions?
Well, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't know that the Republicans are scared of Elon at all.
That's what they saying. Like, they saying, like, that's what they saying. But I don't know.
No longer driving this car. And I think, to your point that you just raised here, House Republicans are more scared of Elon. It's clear now in the future when they're looking ahead to the next 4 years, not worried about the primary of Donald Trump. They're worried about is Elon going to dump money into my election?
Well,
okay, I understand. Elon be dumped a lot of money in Trump shit, and they want the same thing. So they kind of kissing his ass a little bit. You know what I mean? Respecting even if they're against his opinion, they kind of going along with it. You feel what I mean? In hopes that he'll invest into their campaign. That's fucking crazy.
Would it be like we haven't done this since Grover Cleveland?
In hopes he'll dump money into their campaign like he did Donald Trump.
To be sworn in as a lame duck. And back then, of course, we didn't have a constitutional amendment with term limits, right? There's just a norm. So, I mean, now it's so this question of what does it mean to be sworn in and be a lame duck immediately, we haven't grappled with before. And the other thing I think that's happening here, I want to get your thoughts on this, is there's actually an ideological conflict. Donald Trump doesn't care about spending and the deficits. In fact, a huge innovation he brought that was very politically advantageous to the Republican Party was like, get rid of the Ryan budget stuff and the House Freedom Caucus and the Tea Party stuff. No one cares about that stuff. And I think that was hugely beneficial. It's an enormous. Elon Musk seems like he and the House Freedom Caucus are just bringing all of those politics back. And when you had a choice between the two of them in the last 24 hours, it's the Elon Musk Tea Party version that won.
Yeah, it's the interest also of a billionaire class. When you think about the things that they desperately want, it is the corporate tax rates, the raising of the debt ceiling, those kinds of things, which I think Elon is also pointing towards of the future. It's not, as you're saying, expanding government spending into key areas and domains of the next, administration, which, Trump has made some promises of things that he's going to do for middle-class, working-class people. That's not aligned with where Elon's thinking what a billionaire class really wants. It's a constrained government that only does privatization.
Man, Donald Trump better not keep going back on his word, man. Now, that's just now. Come on now. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing it. All people really care about is who's going to help the middle class.
Which we're going to get. But one of the biggest important things that we learned from this is there's an agreement, apparently, right, Chris? There's a form of agreement to cut to.
Don't nobody care about what Elon Musk think about the middle class when he don't even know any middle class people. If you said you was going to help, bro, you need to help the middle class, bro.
Trillion in Medicare's mandatory spending, which is obviously only Medicare and Social Security and Medicaid. What are you going to? You can't cut that much money, and obviously you're going to go right at it. And that's supposed to happen in January. This is to your point, Elon Musk's vision, not Donald Trump's.
Man, always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
I want to know what y'all think down in the comments about that, man. If Elon Musk got all this power because everybody hopes that he invest in their campaign, so. Like, they letting him dictate stuff and They speaking publicly against certain things, and then days later when he say something, they start agreeing with it all of a sudden because they want his money. Like, that shit is crazy. That is crazy, bro. And I don't like it. I don't like it, bro. Bro built the goddamn car, man. He got some cars built and shit, bro. That does not make him... He is not no political guru, or he don't know, bro. Why would you listen to Elon Musk about fucking middle class? He don't want to help middle class. Why would you listen to that? Why would you listen to that? That's just fucking dumb, bro. Y'all niggas is dumb, bro. And anyway, y'all subscribe, hit the bell, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And I am out.